30 Shocking cheating scandals in Hollywood history. What if I told you that some of Hollywood's biggest love stories were nothing but smoke and mirrors, and the real drama was happening behind closed doors? For decades, the industry sold fairy tale romances, picture-perfect marriages, and polished red carpet smiles. But underneath all that glitter were betrayals so messy, so wild, and so unbelievable that even the studios couldn't keep them buried forever. So buckle up, because you're about to step into 30 of the most shocking cheating scandals Hollywood ever tried to control. Stories filled with secret lovers, hidden hotel rooms, and twists nobody saw coming. 30. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. Wendy Williams' cheating scandal with Kevin Hunter became one of the most shocking moments in Hollywood history because it felt like a story unfolding in plain sight. For years, she spoke boldly about celebrity drama on television, yet behind the scenes, her own marriage was slowly collapsing. When Kevin's long-running affair finally came to light, along with a child born outside the marriage, it shook her public image and personal life at the same time. This scandal remains unforgettable because it blended fame, betrayal, and heartbreak with brutal honesty. 29. Shania Twain, Mutt Lange, and Marie-Anne Thiebaud. Shania Twain's cheating scandal stands out as one of the most shocking because it involved the two people she trusted most. Her husband, Mutt Lange, secretly formed a relationship with her close friend, Marie-Anne Thiebaud, turning a private betrayal into a worldwide headline. The emotional impact ran deeper than a typical Hollywood breakup because it destroyed both a marriage and a friendship. What made this scandal even more gripping was Shania's later decision to rebuild her life unexpectedly, showing strength after such a painful public blow. 28. Robin Thicke and Paula Patton. Robin Thicke's cheating scandal became one of Hollywood's most shocking because it played out right as his fame was reaching its peak. His hit songs and smooth public image made fans believe he had the perfect marriage with Paula Patton, but rumors of cheating, heavy partying, and blurred boundaries slowly tore their relationship apart. When Paula finally walked away, the breakup confirmed what many had suspected for years. This scandal remains unforgettable because it exposed the hidden cracks behind a seemingly polished music and movie power couple. 27. David Boreanaz and Rachel Uchitel. David Boreanaz's affair with Rachel Uchitel turned into a shocking Hollywood moment because it emerged during the massive cheating wave connected to Tiger Woods. As one of the key names linked to the controversy, Rachel brought unexpected attention toward Boreanaz, who had long maintained a stable family image. When the affair surfaced, it reshaped public perception of him overnight. The scandal stood out because it connected television drama, tabloid chaos, and real relationships collapsing under pressure, making it one of the most memorable cheating stories of that period. 26. Billy Bob Thornton and Laura Dern. Billy Bob Thornton and Laura Dern's cheating scandal shocked Hollywood because of how sudden and messy it felt. Laura believed they were still together when Billy Bob unexpectedly moved on with Angelina Jolie, leaving her blindsided by the news. The abrupt shift created intense media attention and turned their private breakup into a public spectacle. Fans were stunned by how quickly the relationship ended and how dramatically the new one began. This scandal remains one of the most talked about examples of chaotic and painful Hollywood relationship fallout. 25. Balthazar Getty and Sienna Miller. Balthazar Getty and Sienna Miller's cheating scandal exploded across Hollywood when paparazzi photos captured them together during his marriage to Rosetta Getty. The images spread everywhere, turning a private mistake into a full-scale media storm. What made the scandal especially shocking was how public and unfiltered it became, with family issues, career backlash, and tabloid drama all colliding. Sienna's involvement added another layer of intensity because she was already a recognizable figure with her own complicated past. The affair remains a defining example of a scandal fueled by relentless publicity. 24. Catherine McPhee and Michael Morris. The cheating scandal involving Catherine McPhee and Michael Morris shocked Hollywood when photographers caught them kissing despite both being married. The moment went viral instantly, placing their careers and relationships under harsh public scrutiny. The scandal hit hard because Catherine had built a clean, all-American image, and Michael was seen as a respected television director. Their sudden exposure created emotional fallout for multiple families and reshaped how audiences viewed them. This incident remains memorable because a single public moment revealed a hidden relationship that neither could explain away. 23. Anthony Weiner and multiple sexting partners. Anthony Weiner's cheating scandal became one of the most shocking in modern media because it blended politics, celebrity attention, and digital exposure. His repeated sexting with multiple partners, even after promising to stop, turned his private behavior into public humiliation. Hollywood talk shows, late-night hosts, and tabloids amplified every leak, making the scandal feel larger than life. The collapse of his marriage to Huma Abedin added another emotional layer. This remains a standout cheating scandal because it unfolded publicly, repeatedly, and with consequences that stretched far beyond one relationship. 22. Jesse James and Michelle McGee. Jesse James's affair with Michelle McGee shocked Hollywood because it erupted right when Sandra Bullock was experiencing the highest moment of her career. As she received major awards and public praise, the news of his betrayal struck like a sudden emotional blow. The contrast between Sandra's goodwill and Jesse's hidden behavior intensified public outrage. The scandal also spiraled into more allegations, deepened trust issues, and ultimately destroyed their marriage. This remains one of the most jarring Hollywood cheating stories because of how dramatically it clashed with Sandra's positive public image. 21. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson's cheating scandals became some of the most shocking in Hollywood history because they happened repeatedly and often at the worst possible moments. From early incidents to the infamous betrayal involving Jordan Woods, every revelation created massive social media waves. The emotional impact grew stronger each time, especially when cheating surfaced while Khloe was expecting a child. Public reactions, family tensions, and non-stop coverage kept the scandal alive for months. This ongoing cycle of trust and betrayal made their story unforgettable in celebrity culture. 20. Jude Law and Sienna Miller. Revenge with Daniel Craig. This cheating chapter shocked Hollywood because it added a dramatic twist to an already messy situation. After Jude Law's highly publicized affair with his children's nanny, he and Sienna Miller struggled to rebuild trust. But their attempt at reconciliation collapsed when Sienna's own affair with Daniel Craig came to light, creating a tangled web of hurt and retaliation. The scandal stood out because it involved major stars, emotional backlash, and a storyline that felt almost cinematic in its intensity. It remains one of the most layered cheating scandals of its era. 19. Kevin Hart and Montia Sabag. Kevin Hart's cheating scandal with Montia Sabag shocked Hollywood because it emerged through a damaging video that placed his marriage and career under immediate scrutiny. Known for family-centered comedy and a positive public image, Kevin faced a wave of criticism when the footage surfaced during a sensitive period in his wife Eniko's pregnancy. The situation deepened when extortion claims entered the mix, turning a private mistake into a sprawling media spectacle. This scandal remains memorable because of its mix of fame, vulnerability, and emotional fallout under intense public pressure. 18. Kris Jenner and Todd Waterman. Kris Jenner's affair with Todd Waterman became one of Hollywood's most shocking cheating scandals because she openly admitted it years later, giving the story new life. During her marriage to Robert Kardashian, the relationship with Todd added tension, emotional distance, and long-lasting family consequences. When she later discussed the affair publicly, fans were stunned by how intensely it had shaped her personal history. The scandal remains memorable because it blended family dynamics, confession, and betrayal in a way that continued to affect her life long after it happened. 17. Woody Allen and Soon-Yi Previn. Woody Allen's relationship with Soon-Yi Previn shocked Hollywood because of the complicated family ties and emotional fallout surrounding it. The affair came to light while he was still in a long-term partnership with Mia Farrow, and the connection to her adopted daughter created a storm of global media attention. The scandal fractured the family, dominated headlines, and sparked debates across film circles for years. This remains one of the most controversial cheating stories in entertainment because it blended personal boundaries, public backlash, and long-term cultural impact. 16. Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. Meg Ryan's affair with Russell Crowe surprised Hollywood because it contrasted sharply with the wholesome, romantic image she had built for years. During the filming of Proof of Life, their on-set connection grew into a real relationship, which ultimately pushed her marriage to Dennis Quaid into collapse. For fans, the shift felt dramatic and unexpected, creating heavy media attention around every move they made. The scandal remained significant because it revealed how quickly a seemingly solid Hollywood marriage can unravel under emotional strain and intense spotlight. 15. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's cheating scandal shocked Hollywood because their relationship began through an affair while both were married to other people. The drama only grew when Dean later cheated again, creating a cycle of emotional turmoil that played out publicly through interviews and reality television. Their struggles with trust, therapy, and repeated conflict kept the scandal alive for years. This remains one of Hollywood's most talked about cheating stories because it blended personal pain with ongoing public exposure, making their relationship a constant topic of conversation. 14. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian's cheating scandal became one of Hollywood's most explosive because they were both married when their affair began during the filming of a television movie. The relationship created immediate backlash from fans, spouses, and the media, especially after Brandi Glanville's emotional public reactions. LeAnn and Eddie eventually built a life together, but the affair followed them for years through interviews, headlines, and reality show drama. This remains a shocking scandal because it reshaped multiple families and fueled a long-running Hollywood feud. 13. Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. The cheating scandal involving Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky became one of the most shocking in history because it blended politics, celebrity culture, and nonstop media attention. Their relationship, revealed through recorded conversations and investigations, dominated headlines for years. Hollywood talk shows, filmmakers, and journalists turned the story into a cultural flashpoint, pushing every detail into the spotlight. The scandal reshaped both of their public lives and remains unforgettable because it crossed from private mistake into worldwide controversy that never truly faded. 12. Ethan Hawke and Ryan Shaw Hughes. Ethan Hawke's alleged affair with Ryan Shaw Hughes shocked Hollywood because it unfolded while he was still married to Uma Thurman, one of the most admired actresses of her era. Ryan had previously worked as a nanny for the family, which added a complicated emotional layer to the situation. When Ethan later married Ryan, the story gained even more attention as fans tried to piece together the timeline. This scandal remains memorable because it mixed family dynamics, career pressure, and a romance that continued long after the controversy began. 11. Ryan Philippe and Abby Cornish. Ryan Philippe's rumored affair with Abby Cornish during the filming of Stop Loss became a major Hollywood talking point because it overlapped with the decline of his marriage to Reese Witherspoon. The timing created speculation that the on-set connection may have contributed to the breakup, intensifying public interest. As photos and reports circulated, the story grew into one of the decade's most debated cheating scandals. It remained significant because it highlighted how quickly a long-standing Hollywood marriage can fall apart under the weight of career stress and emotional entanglements. 10. Ashton Kutcher and Sarah Lial. Ashton Kutcher's cheating scandal with Sarah Lial became one of Hollywood's most shocking because it happened during his marriage to Demi Moore, a highly publicized relationship with a major age gap that fans followed closely. The incident took place in Las Vegas, where details spread quickly through tabloids and interviews. The fallout led to the end of the marriage and shifted the public's view of Ashton during a period when he was transitioning into new roles. This scandal remains memorable because of its mix of fame, temptation, and public collapse. 9. Hugh Grant and Divine Brown. Hugh Grant's cheating scandal with Divine Brown shocked Hollywood because it completely clashed with his charming, gentlemanly image. At the height of his romantic comedy career, his arrest for soliciting sex stunned fans and tabloids alike. The incident drew huge media attention, not only because of the charge, but because he was in a long-term relationship with Elizabeth Hurley at the time. Despite his public apology, the scandal followed him for years. It remains one of Hollywood's most iconic cheating stories due to its suddenness and cultural impact. 8. Jude Law and Daisy Wright. Jude Law's affair with Daisy Wright became one of Hollywood's most shocking cheating scandals because it involved the nanny who cared for his children while he was engaged to Sienna Miller. When Daisy shared details publicly, the story exploded across newspapers and talk shows, creating intense embarrassment for Jude and heartbreak for Sienna. The scandal damaged his reputation and disrupted their high-profile relationship. It remains a standout moment in celebrity history because it combined betrayal, family involvement, and public confession, turning a private mistake into a major headline. 7. Ben Affleck and the nanny Christine Ouzounian. Ben Affleck's alleged affair with Christine Ouzounian shocked Hollywood because it unfolded right as his marriage to Jennifer Garner was reaching its breaking point. The nanny worked closely with their children, which added emotional tension and made the story even more explosive. Paparazzi photos and rumors spread quickly, turning a private marital struggle into a massive media spectacle. The scandal remains unforgettable because it mixed family dynamics, high-profile fame, and a breakup that played out under non-stop public scrutiny. 6. Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods. The cheating scandal involving Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods stunned Hollywood because it struck directly at the heart of the Kardashian circle. Jordan lived with Kylie Jenner and was considered part of the family, making the betrayal feel deeper and more dramatic. When the story broke, social media erupted, interviews followed, and friendships collapsed overnight. Tristan's long history of cheating added even more weight to the moment. This scandal stands out because it blended celebrity friendships, public fallout, and emotional chaos that captured the world's attention. 5. Tiger Woods and dozens of affairs. Tiger Woods' cheating scandal became one of the most shocking in history because of its massive scale and unbelievable timing. After a mysterious car crash near his home, one revelation after another exposed a long list of affairs that shocked fans. The story spiraled into confessions, sponsorship losses, and major career setbacks. Hollywood talk shows, tabloids, and sports media all covered it relentlessly. This scandal remains legendary because it showed how a seemingly perfect public image can collapse quickly when hidden relationships come to light. 4. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mildred Baena. Arnold Schwarzenegger's cheating scandal with Mildred Baena shook Hollywood because it revealed that he had secretly fathered a child with the family's housekeeper. For years, no one knew the truth, not even his wife, Maria Shriver. When the news finally surfaced, it created intense emotional fallout and brought their marriage to an end. Fans were stunned by the secrecy and magnitude of the revelation. This remains one of the most dramatic cheating scandals because it mixed fame, family secrets, and decades of hidden truth. 3. Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and the Becky mystery. The cheating scandal involving Beyoncé and Jay-Z shocked the world because it was revealed through music rather than tabloids. Beyoncé's album hinted at betrayal through the mysterious Becky, sparking global speculation. Fans dissected every lyric while Jay-Z later acknowledged mistakes, adding depth to the storyline. The couple's influence made the scandal far bigger than an ordinary celebrity affair. It became a cultural moment filled with symbolism, emotional storytelling, and raw honesty. This remains one of the most talked about cheating stories because of its artistic and emotional impact. 2. Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders. Kristen Stewart's affair with director Rupert Sanders sent shockwaves through Hollywood because it unfolded at the height of her fame during the Twilight era. She and Robert Pattinson were one of the biggest couples in the world, and the photographs exposing the affair intensified the drama instantly. The scandal led to public apologies, professional tension, and the eventual end of both couples' relationships. It remains a major Hollywood cheating story because it showed how quickly careers and love lives can unravel under the spotlight. 1. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston. The cheating scandal involving Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston remains one of the most iconic in Hollywood history. While filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad and Angelina developed a connection that ended his marriage to Jennifer, sparking endless headlines, public debate, and fan division. Their love triangle dominated magazines for years and reshaped the public images of all three stars. This scandal stands out because it blended fame, romance, heartbreak, and lasting cultural impact, making it a defining moment in celebrity history. And there you have it, 30 scandals that proved Hollywood's brightest stars can hide the darkest secrets. These affairs didn't just break hearts. They rewrote careers, shattered images, and showed the world that fame doesn't protect anyone from temptation. But here's the real question. If these were the stories that finally leaked out, how many more are still hidden behind studio walls? If you love digging into the truths Hollywood hopes you never find, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There are even deeper secrets waiting. And you don't want to miss what's coming next. What's coming next? What's coming next?
What if I told you that some of Hollywood's toughest action heroes were battling secret demons the cameras never caught? Behind the explosions, the muscle, and the larger-than-life roles were men who fought a very different war once the director yelled, "Cut!" In a world where looking strong was everything, these stars turned to the bottle just to survive the pressure, the fame, and the crushing loneliness. Here are 25 action icons whose off-screen struggles with alcohol were the real battles that almost cost them everything. Number 25. Richard Burton. Richard Burton gave us thunderous performances and had that famous romance with Elizabeth Taylor. But few knew he started his days with vodka instead of coffee. At his worst, Burton drank 2 to 3 bottles daily. He once claimed he felt more normal after 2 bottles than when sober. Directors had to write scenes where he could sit or lie down because he was too unsteady to stand. His powerful voice masked a man drowning in alcohol. Number 24. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed didn't just drink, he set records. Once he downed 126 pints of beer in just 24 hours. His wild, drunken behavior became as famous as his acting. Reed's drinking contests were legendary in Hollywood circles. He rarely showed up sober to interviews or talk shows. Despite his talent on screen, his reputation was dominated by bar fights and outrageous antics. His heavy drinking ultimately cut his career and life short, dying during the filming of Gladiator. Number 23. Peter O'Toole. Those piercing blue eyes in Lawrence of Arabia hide a secret. Peter O'Toole was often drunk during filming. He admitted alcohol helped him through scenes that terrified him. O'Toole firmly believed drinking made him a better performer, giving him courage and intensity. His drinking buddies included some of Hollywood's most notorious partiers. After nearly drinking himself to death, doctors warned him to stop. He had surgery but returned to drinking years later. His talent was immense, but alcohol nearly destroyed him. Number 22, Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford ruled Hollywood with an iron will and presented a perfect public image. As the face of Pepsi, she maintained a professional appearance, but insiders knew about her ever-present stash of gin and champagne. At parties, rumors spread about her mixing gin with Pepsi when cameras weren't looking. Her drinking increased as she aged, becoming a daily routine. Even on set, her coffee cups often contained something stronger. Despite her addiction, Crawford maintained her legendary work ethic until the end. Number 21, W.C. Fields. Born above a bar, W.C. Fields seemed destined for a life with alcohol. He carried flasks of gin martinis everywhere, calling them his lemonade. During Prohibition, fear gripped him. What if he couldn't get alcohol? His solution was to hide thousands of bottles throughout his home. Fields made drinking part of his comedy, but the reality wasn't funny. He drank heavily until his final days, his red nose and slurred speech becoming part of his trademark persona. Number 20, Spencer Tracy. Spencer Tracy won 2 Oscars while hiding a serious drinking problem. His binges were legendary: violent outbursts, bar fights, and even waking up in jail cells. Between films, Tracy would disappear on drinking sprees for days. Katharine Hepburn often had to search bars to find him. On screen, he projected strength and moral authority. Off screen, he was falling apart. Tracy somehow maintained his performance quality despite his addiction, hiding his struggles behind that famous stoic expression. Number 19, Frank Sinatra. The original functioning alcoholic, Frank Sinatra rarely appeared without his signature glass of Jack Daniels. He reportedly drank a bottle daily but still performed flawlessly night after night. Sinatra considered alcohol his performance enhancer, claiming it loosened his vocal cords. His Rat Pack friends joined him in legendary drinking sessions that lasted days. Despite his heavy drinking, Sinatra maintained his career for decades. His tolerance was so high that friends were amazed he could still stand after numerous drinks. Number 18, Dean Martin. Dean Martin blurred the line between his drunk stage persona and reality. His famous line, "You're not drunk if you can lie on the floor without holding on," wasn't just a joke. That glass in his hand during performances really contained alcohol. While some claim he watered down his drinks later in life, Martin's drinking was very real in his early years. The image worked so well for his career that he maintained it even when sober. Audiences never knew which Dean they were seeing, the drunk character or the actual drunk. Number 17, Robert Mitchum. Robert Mitchum's tough guy image wasn't just for the cameras. His heavy drinking matched his macho persona perfectly. Mitchum often showed up to set already buzzed, shooting scenes while intoxicated. His 1948 marijuana arrest shocked America, but insiders weren't surprised. Mitchum's substance use was well known in Hollywood circles. Despite his habits, directors hired him repeatedly for his reliable performances and box office draw. Mitchum himself joked about his reputation, saying he had only one rule: never do anything sober that you wouldn't do drunk. Number 16, Richard Harris. Richard Harris drank so heavily that he was once banned from every hotel in London. His drinking buddies told stories of week-long benders and destroyed hotel rooms. Harris famously said he'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. When filming Camelot, he often needed help standing during scenes. Despite his addiction, Harris delivered powerful performances throughout his career. In later years, he finally achieved sobriety but never regretted his wild days. His drinking tales remain legendary in Hollywood history. Number 15. Michael Landon. Michael Landon portrayed wholesome characters in Bonanza and Little House on the Prairie, but those coffee mugs he carried on set often contained whiskey or vodka. Landon hid his addiction remarkably well. Even close co-stars were shocked when they discovered his drinking. His all-American image made his alcoholism even more surprising to fans. Despite his drinking, Landon maintained a demanding work schedule as an actor, writer, and director. His addiction remained mostly private until late in his career. Number 14. Orson Welles. Orson Welles once claimed cocktails balanced out his liver. The genius behind Citizen Kane matched his enormous talent with equally enormous drinking habits. Welles was rarely seen without alcohol, often consuming wine throughout the day. As his weight increased, so did his drinking. Studio executives worried about his habits, but couldn't deny his brilliance. Welles's later career struggles were partly due to his reputation for excessive drinking on set. Yet he remained sharp-witted and eloquent despite decades of heavy alcohol consumption. Number 13. John Barrymore. John Barrymore, the original acting dynasty patriarch, began drinking at just 14 years old. His Hollywood exploits with the Bundy Drive gang became industry legend. Fellow actors were amazed at his ability to perform brilliantly while completely intoxicated. Barrymore's binges lasted days, sometimes delaying production. Yet when cameras rolled, he delivered perfect performances. His handsome face eventually showed the effects of decades of drinking. Despite multiple attempts at sobriety, Barrymore never conquered his addiction, dying from complications related to alcoholism. Number 12. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn swashbuckled on screen and partied wildly off it. He founded Hollywood's original party crowd, drinking from morning until night. Flynn's yacht became notorious for drunken parties with young actresses. His devil-may-care attitude extended to his drinking habits. He once claimed he tried sobriety, but didn't like it. Flynn's alcohol abuse affected his performances in later years, with directors scheduling important scenes early in the day. Despite his addiction, women still found him irresistible, fueling his bad boy legend. Number 11. Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead shocked even her hard-partying peers with her drinking habits. Her witty comebacks and wild parties were fueled by endless bourbon. Bankhead drank heavily throughout her career, often arriving on set visibly intoxicated. Her gravelly voice became partly due to her drinking and smoking habits. Despite her addiction, Bankhead maintained her sharp wit until her final days. She refused to apologize for her lifestyle, once declaring, "I'm as pure as the driven slush." Her drinking was as legendary as her personality. Number 10. Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift's drinking intensified after a devastating car accident left him in constant pain. His perfect face was damaged, and alcohol became his relief. Clift would drink heavily between takes, somehow pulling himself together when cameras rolled. Directors watched in amazement as he transformed from incoherent to brilliant with action calls. His friendship with Elizabeth Taylor included legendary drinking sessions. Despite his alcoholism, Clift delivered some of cinema's most sensitive performances. His drinking eventually contributed to his early death at 45. Number 9. Herman J. Mankiewicz. The genius behind Citizen Kane wrote some of Hollywood's best scripts while completely drunk. Herman Mankiewicz kept alcohol hidden throughout studio offices. During the writing of Citizen Kane, he was kept under lock and key to limit his drinking. Mankiewicz joked about his condition, saying, "There's millions to be made in the movies. All you need is an idea and a drink." Despite his addiction, his writing remained brilliant. Studio heads tolerated his behavior because of his remarkable talent. Number 8. John Huston. Director and actor John Huston was rarely seen without a drink in hand. He directed classics like The Maltese Falcon while maintaining a legendary alcohol intake. Huston's hard-living reputation followed him to every set. He expected the cast and crew to keep up with his drinking, creating notoriously wild film productions. Despite his habits, Huston delivered masterpieces and worked until his final years. His drinking adventures in Ireland and Mexico became Hollywood legend. Huston claimed alcohol enhanced his creativity and vision as a filmmaker. Number 7. Cary Grant. Behind Cary Grant's charming smile and perfect comedic timing was a man who drank heavily to manage his anxiety. While maintaining a sophisticated public image, Grant often relied on alcohol before social events. His drinking remained mostly private, hidden behind that debonair persona. Grant eventually experimented with LSD therapy to address his psychological issues and drinking. Unlike many stars, he successfully reduced his alcohol consumption in later years. His private struggles contrasted sharply with his seemingly effortless on-screen confidence. Number 6. Leonard Nimoy. The logical Mr. Spock dealt with fame through very human means: alcohol. Leonard Nimoy turned to drinking to cope with the pressure of becoming an overnight sensation. His alcoholism remained hidden from Star Trek fans for years. Between scenes, Nimoy often drank to calm his nerves. The famous Vulcan salute was sometimes performed by a shaking hand steadied by alcohol. Nimoy eventually sought help and achieved sobriety, later speaking openly about his struggles to help others fighting addiction. Number 5. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor's violet eyes witnessed and participated in legendary drinking sessions. Her tumultuous relationship with Richard Burton featured matching bottles of vodka. Taylor's drinking increased during difficult periods in her life, becoming a coping mechanism for pain. Despite multiple health issues, she continued drinking heavily for years. Taylor eventually sought treatment, becoming one of the first celebrities to publicly acknowledge her alcoholism. Her openness about addiction helped reduce stigma in Hollywood, even as she occasionally relapsed throughout her life. Number 4. Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinn portrayed larger-than-life characters while living equally large off-screen. His drinking sessions were as epic as his performances. Quinn drank heavily throughout international film productions, often hosting parties that lasted until dawn. Despite his alcohol consumption, he maintained a prolific career spanning decades. Quinn's Mediterranean background made wine a daily ritual that gradually increased over time. Directors learned to work around his drinking habits, scheduling important scenes when he was most likely to be sober. Number 3. William Holden. William Holden's golden boy looks masked as a man struggling with alcoholism. His drinking contributed directly to his tragic death. He fell while intoxicated, hitting his head fatally. Throughout his career, Holden's charm helped hide his growing dependence on alcohol. Co-stars noticed his drinking but rarely mentioned it publicly. As his addiction worsened, his handsome face showed the effects. Despite his struggles, Holden delivered powerful performances even in his later years. His death became a cautionary tale in Hollywood about the dangers of alcohol. Number 2. Bela Lugosi. The original Dracula turned to alcohol and drugs as his career declined. Bela Lugosi's thick accent limited his roles, leading to typecasting and diminishing opportunities. As better parts disappeared, his drinking increased. Lugosi found himself in low-budget films while battling a serious addiction. His haunting eyes that once terrified audiences became bloodshot from constant drinking. Despite his struggles, Lugosi maintained his dignity and professionalism whenever possible. His addiction battles continued until his death, with the actor being buried in his famous Dracula cape. Number 1. Judy Garland. While Judy Garland is more famous for pill addiction, alcohol played a major role in her struggles. She mixed drinks with medications, creating a dangerous cocktail that affected her performance. Garland's drinking began early. MGM executives supplied her with substances to maintain her grueling schedule. By her 30s, she was drinking heavily to manage her anxiety and insomnia. Despite her addictions, her talent remained undeniable. Her tragic story revealed the dark side of Hollywood's golden age, where stars were used up and discarded. These legends defined Hollywood's golden era, but their real battles happened when cameras stopped rolling. Their drinking affected their work, relationships, and lives. Many died young because of alcohol. Next time you watch their classic films, look closely. Behind those heroic acts and romantic scenes were real people fighting demons. Hollywood tried to hide these stories, but the truth always finds its way into the light. These weren't just actors, they were survivors, performing brilliantly despite their struggles. Crazy to think that behind all the gunfire, car chases, and knockout punches, so many of these action legends were quietly fighting their own battles with the bottle. It makes you wonder how many more stories are still hidden behind those tough guy smiles. If you want to uncover even more shocking secrets about the stars you thought you knew, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because the next revelation might just blow your mind. What if I told you that some of the biggest action stars, the ones who seemed invincible on screen, were hiding secrets darker than any role they ever played? When the cameras stopped rolling and the crowds faded, the real stories stayed buried until death pried them loose. Whispers of hidden scandals, secret heartbreaks, and double lives only grew louder once they were gone. These are the shocking truths about action icons that Hollywood never wanted you to find out. Secrets that only came to light after they took their last breath. David Carradine's final scene. David Carradine became famous for playing a peaceful monk in Kung Fu. He seemed calm and spiritual. His fans thought they knew him. They were wrong. In 2009, maids at a Bangkok hotel made a shocking discovery. They found Carradine's body in a closet. He was naked. Ropes tied his hands above his head, a cord wrapped around his neck and other body parts. The police called it an accident. The medical examiner blamed autoerotic asphyxiation. This sexual practice cuts off oxygen for pleasure. It kills hundreds each year. His family couldn't accept this truth. They hired private investigators. They suggested murder, but the evidence didn't support their claims. Carradine's ex-wives later revealed he had always been in bondage. He liked dangerous bedroom games. His third wife, Marina Anderson, wrote a book about his dark side. She detailed his obsession with self-pleasure and risky behaviors. His death shocked Hollywood. The man who played wise characters on screen died from a secret addiction. His final scene was not in a movie. It happened alone in a hotel room. Bob Crane, America's smiling pervert. Bob Crane made America laugh as Colonel Hogan in Hogan's Heroes. His charming smile hid disturbing secrets. In 1978, someone bludgeoned Crane to death in an Arizona apartment. The police found something strange during their investigation. His apartment contained cameras, video equipment, and countless homemade sex tapes. Crane had recorded himself with hundreds of women. He used his fame to seduce fans. Then he filmed these encounters without permission. He showed these tapes to friends. He bragged about his conquests. His friend John Carpenter helped him set up the equipment. Police suspected Carpenter killed Crane when their friendship soured. They found blood in Carpenter's car, but DNA testing didn't exist yet. The jury acquitted Carpenter due to lack of evidence. The murder remains officially unsolved. Crane's secret life shocked America. The beloved TV colonel was a sex addict. He used his fame to feed his obsession. His addiction may have led to his murder. Anthony Perkins, behind the psycho mask. Anthony Perkins terrified audiences. as Norman Bates in Psycho. The role followed him forever. He became known for playing disturbed characters. His own life held secrets just as complex. Perkins lived as a closeted gay man. Hollywood forced him to hide his sexuality. The pressure damaged his mental health. He underwent therapy to cure his homosexuality. He eventually married a woman and had children. In 1990, Perkins received devastating news. He had AIDS. He kept his diagnosis secret for 2 years. He feared the stigma would destroy his career. He used fake names in hospitals. He hid his treatments from friends. Only after he died in 1992 did his wife release a statement. She revealed his battle with AIDS. She explained he kept it private to protect his family. His son later described how his father suffered in silence. Perkins' final film was titled A Demon in My View. The name seemed fitting. He battled personal demons his entire life. His most frightening role wasn't Norman Bates. It was pretending to be someone else every day. Rock Hudson, Hollywood's forced lie. Rock Hudson embodied masculine perfection. Women wanted him, men wanted to be him. His handsome face sold millions of movie tickets. His image made him a Hollywood legend. Behind this perfect image lived a gay man. Studios forced him to hide his sexuality. They arranged fake dates with women. They created false romances for magazines. His agent even arranged a sham marriage to his secretary. In 1985, Hudson became the first major celebrity to die of AIDS. His diagnosis shocked the world. Many Americans first learned about AIDS through Hudson's death. His friend and co-star Elizabeth Taylor revealed the truth after he died. Hudson lived in constant fear of exposure. He couldn't love openly. He couldn't be himself in public. The strain affected his happiness his entire life. Hudson's death changed America's view of AIDS. His fame put a familiar face on the epidemic. His friend Elizabeth Taylor became an AIDS activist. She raised millions for research. Hudson's tragedy ultimately saved many lives. David Cassidy's final confession. David Cassidy made teenage girls scream as Keith Partridge. His posters hung on bedroom walls across America. He seemed like the perfect heartthrob. In his final years, Cassidy told fans he had dementia. He forgot the lyrics on stage. He stumbled during performances. He blamed his declining health on the same disease that killed his mother. After he died in 2017, the truth emerged. Cassidy had lied about dementia. His real problem was alcoholism. He had been drinking himself to death for years. In his final days, Cassidy confessed to producers working on a documentary about his life. "I have a liver disease," he admitted. "There is no sign of me having dementia. I lied about my drinking." His final words revealed his shame. He wanted fans to think illness took his talent. He couldn't admit that alcohol destroyed his life. His last act was creating a false narrative about his decline. Robin Williams, the misdiagnosed genius. Robin Williams made the world laugh for decades. His rapid-fire comedy seemed superhuman. His dramatic roles showed surprising depth. His suicide in 2014 stunned his fans. Initial reports blamed depression. People thought fame and pressure became too much. The truth was more complicated. After his death, doctors discovered Williams had Lewy body dementia. This rare brain disease causes hallucinations, confusion, and paranoia. Williams knew something was wrong. Doctors had misdiagnosed him with Parkinson's disease. His widow Susan later described his final months. Williams experienced tremors, anxiety, and memory problems. He couldn't remember his lines. His brilliant mind was failing him. He knew he was losing himself. The disease explained his sudden decline. It wasn't just depression that drove him to suicide. It was the terror of losing his identity. The man who could think faster than anyone was watching his mind disappear. Heath Ledger, consumed by the Joker. Heath Ledger transformed into the Joker, for The Dark Knight. His performance terrified audiences. It earned him a posthumous Oscar. It also consumed his life. Ledger died from an accidental overdose in 2008. He mixed prescription medications. The combination stopped his breathing. He was only 28 years old. After his death, people learned about his preparation for the Joker role. He locked himself in a hotel room for weeks. He kept a disturbing journal. He barely slept. He pushed his mental health to breaking point. Friends reported he couldn't stop being the Joker. The character haunted his dreams. He took sleeping pills to escape. Then he took stimulants to function during the day. This dangerous cycle ultimately killed him. Ledger's father revealed the truth about the journal. The last page contained the words, "Bye-bye," written in large letters. The role that made him a legend may have driven him toward death. Matthew Perry, the friend who suffered alone. Matthew Perry made millions laugh as Chandler Bing on Friends. His sarcastic humor defined a generation. His timing seemed effortless. Behind his jokes lived a man in constant pain. Perry died in 2023 at age 54. The autopsy revealed ketamine in his system. The full investigation showed decades of addiction worse than anyone had imagined. The extent shocked even those who knew about his problems. After his death, friends revealed Perry spent over $9 million trying to get sober. He underwent 65 detox treatments. He had 14 stomach surgeries from drug damage. He nearly died multiple times before his final overdose. His memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, gave glimpses of his struggle. The complete picture emerged only after he died. Perry spent every day of Friends filming either high or hungover, or drunk or detoxing, or all combined. Perry's driver revealed he visited multiple doctors daily during the height of his addiction. He received prescriptions from 15 different physicians. He paid cash to avoid detection. He consumed 50 Vicodin pills every day for years. His co-stars didn't know the full extent of his suffering. Jennifer Aniston confronted him once about alcohol on set. His response was deflection and promises to improve. He hid his pain with jokes. He built walls with humor. Former girlfriends spoke about his isolation. He pushed people away when they got too close. He feared they would discover how broken he felt inside. He sabotaged relationships when they threatened his addiction. Perry established sober living homes to help others. He spent millions supporting other addicts. He frequently took strangers to rehab. He paid for treatments for people he barely knew. His generosity contradicted his self-destructive behaviors. His assistant found dozens of journals after his death. These writings revealed constant physical pain. Perry lived with chronic pancreatitis. His digestive system never fully recovered from years of abuse. He existed in constant agony. The man who made America laugh was crying inside. His addiction consumed everything, including his life. His story wasn't just about fame's dark side. It was about the human struggle against pain, both physical and emotional. Natalie Wood's unsolved tragedy. Natalie Wood captivated audiences from childhood. Her performance in Miracle on 34th Street made her a star at 8. Her adult roles in Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story showcased her dramatic talent. Her beauty and skill made her an enduring icon. Wood's death shocked Hollywood in 1981. She drowned near Santa Catalina Island while boating with her husband Robert Wagner and friend Christopher Walken. The official ruling called it an accidental drowning. The case seemed straightforward at first. Questions emerged immediately about the circumstances. Wood had a lifelong fear of dark water. She never would have left the yacht alone at night. She had been drinking with Wagner and Walken. Arguments occurred throughout the evening. The boat captain Dennis Davern remained silent for years. After Wagner's autobiography contained inconsistencies, Davern spoke out. He described hearing Wood and Wagner arguing fiercely. He reported Wagner's jealousy over Wood's relationship with Walken. Davern's later testimony claimed Wagner prevented immediate search efforts. Wagner allegedly said, "Let's not call anyone right now," when Wood disappeared. Crucial hours passed before authorities were notified. These delays may have cost Wood her life. Wood's sister Lana campaigned for decades to reopen the investigation. Her efforts succeeded in 2011. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department changed Wood's cause of death from accidental drowning to drowning and other undetermined factors. In 2018, investigators named Robert Wagner a person of interest. They cited his changing stories about that night. They noted fresh bruises on Wood's body inconsistent with drowning. They questioned the delay in reporting her missing. Medical examinations revealed Wood had bruises on her wrists, knees, and ankles. These injuries suggested a struggle before entering the water. The autopsy found scratches on her face consistent with someone trying to climb back onto a boat. Wood's daughter Natasha has defended Wagner. She believes her mother's death was a tragic accident. She resents the continued investigation. She wants her mother remembered for her life rather than her mysterious death. The case remains officially unsolved. The three people who know what happened that night tell different stories. Walken rarely speaks about it. Wagner maintains his innocence. Davern claims knowledge of foul play. The truth may have drowned with Natalie Wood. Marilyn Monroe's mysterious end. Marilyn Monroe became the definitive Hollywood sex symbol. Her beauty captivated audiences worldwide. Her talent showed in films like Some Like It Hot. Her tragic death at 36 created an eternal icon frozen in youth. The official ruling called her death probable suicide. Police found empty pill bottles beside her bed. Her brief calls to friends that night seemed melancholy. The case closed quickly despite inconsistencies in the evidence. After her death, new information emerged about her complicated relationships with powerful men. Her affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy became public knowledge. These connections added sinister dimensions to her death. Witness statements released decades later contradicted the original timeline. Her housekeeper changed her story multiple times. Neighbors reported seeing unknown men at her house the night she died. An ambulance arrived before police were called. Monroe's phone records from her final day disappeared. Her diary vanished from her home. Her therapist reported missing notes from their final sessions. Someone systematically removed evidence from the scene. The autopsy found no pills in her stomach, despite the supposed method of suicide. The toxicology report showed extremely high levels of barbiturates in her blood. Experts later questioned how she could have taken pills without leaving traces in her digestive system. FBI files declassified years after her death revealed extensive surveillance of Monroe. The agency monitored her contacts with suspected communists. They recorded her conversations with foreign diplomats. They tracked her movements in her final months. Former CIA operatives made deathbed confessions about Monroe's death. Several claimed involvement in operations to silence her. They described plans to stage a suicide to protect political figures. They provided details only insiders would know. Monroe allegedly threatened to reveal government secrets. She kept a red diary documenting conversations with the Kennedys. She planned a press conference the week of her death. She told friends she would shock the world with revelations. Her death became the perfect Hollywood mystery. Beautiful women, powerful men, sex, politics, and secrets combined into an irresistible conspiracy. The full truth remains buried with Marilyn. Her final scene may never be fully understood. It's wild to think how much was hidden behind the smiles, the muscles, and the blockbuster roles, right? If these walls could talk, imagine what other secrets might still be buried deep in Hollywood's golden past. Which action icon's hidden truth shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're hungry for even more untold stories, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. The real Hollywood is way crazier than anything you've seen on screen, and we're just getting started.